case somebody wants it. The topic today is functions. Today is the 23rd of September 2020. This topic is associated with what does function mean? Function means to do something. And a function basically could be understood as a kind of a factory, Okay, let's take, for instance, we take a mill or a factory and we plug in the raw material here. This is the raw material. And the output here is what this factory does. If the input is X, the output is Fx. According to the concept of functions, there is something called domain. Domains are values of X and ranges are values of Y. So we can have Y at the output and X is the input. So there is something called the input and something called the output. So any factory works on a very simple principle. Any factory works on a very simple principle. You put in an input, a raw material, even if sugar cane, and the output, you get sugar. Okay? So this is a very old example. I keep teaching my students all the time that the input is sugar and the input is sugar cane and the output is a sugar. So a function basically does is do a certain process and gives you an output, okay? So what I'm going to do right now is take a picture of this. I would advise all my students to actually take a picture of this as well and keep it for your future requirements. Okay, so I'm sending the picture to all the groups that are in this joint lecture. Now let's understand this. The input in a function does a function, and the output is sugar. GOS भाई सामने वो तौहीद वाले से लगो. अच्छा चलो लगा वहां से लगा लो. ओके, अटेंडेंस लेनी थी. अटेंडेंस शाहिना को बोलो जरा ऑनलाइन आ जाए. ठीक है, जस्ट चलो कि कौन आया हुआ, जस्ट टू सी कौन आया हुआ. ठीक है, बाय. Now I'm going to start up the lecture again because a lot of students have just joined. Around 21 students just joined up after I started the lecture. So I'm going to repeat what I'm going to say. What is a function? A function is something. It does something. It does something. A function does something. Meaning, if you put go in a factory, you put in sugar cane, what's the output? What's the output?
Sir, I'm not getting this. Sir, could you repeat?
Usman Arshad?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? Ji beta.
I hear you, sir, but I wasn't getting this.
Who's this? You need to take your name. Who's this? Right on. Can you please give me your
Usman
name?
Arshad, sir.
Okay, Osman beta, listen to me. What happens in a
Usman
factory?
Arshad, sir.
Okay, what happens in a factory? What happens in a factory? I'll tell you what happens in a factory. You put in an input and you get something output. What does the factory do? The factory does a function. Remember one thing, there is no possibility of anything in your future. Everything that you do comes with calculations. Sugarcane input, sugarcane, value of X in it, raw material inside, domain. These are words of the input. And what's in the output? Fx is a function. It does something and the output is another thing. If your input was X, your output is Y. If your input is sugarcane, your output is sugar. I put sugarcane in a factory and I get up what? Sugar, packets of sugar. I put in the raw material. I plug in the raw material and I get something in the output. I put in the domain. These are words and terminologies used by Cambridge. Domain, and you get a range. Domain and range. X, Y, X, Fx. Sugarcane, sugar. Domain, range. Raw material, finished good. Raw material, finished good. Okay? Sugarcane, sugar. Input, output. X, Y, X, Fx. Raw material, finished good. Domain, range. What does the factory do? Give you an output. This output can easily be understood. This output can easily be understood in simple words as a function. It performs a function. Natalia, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. Palak, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Palak. Brilliant. Anusha, are you with me? Cool.
Yeah,
When
sir.
you go into math, math, this is going to help you. When you go into math, this is going to help you. When you do graphs, this is going to help you. Put in a value X, you get a value Y. They do a function. It's a function. Now I've taken the picture of this and I put it in all the groups. Okay. So I'm going to take another picture. You guys can take a picture as well and keep it with you. Okay. For your own betterment. Remember, this lecture is already copied, being recorded. So in case you want to refer to it again, yes, you can get me a good cornetto and use it. Okay. So this is the first part of today's lecture. First, you need to know what it does. Now, I'm not going to touch this board again. I'm going to go back to it again. Okay. Let's take the simple example, fx. Fx is given as 3x plus 4. Fx is given as 3x plus 4. And I do F2. 2 threes are 3 into x takes the value of 2 plus 4. 3 twos are 6 plus 4, and you get 10. So if you get F2 is equal to 10, this is a related value. Related value. What does that mean? Well, this means that when x is equal to 2, fx takes the value of 10. I repeat myself, fx is given as 3x plus 2 plus 4. f2, that means x takes the value of 2. You give x the value of input 2, and it does some performance, and you get 10 packets of sugar. So if you put 2 loads of sugar cane, 2 loads of sugar cane, this means 2 loads of sugar cane as the raw material, you get 10 packets of sugar. Brilliant. Love you guys. Copy this. This is board number 2. Board number 2. Copy this, please. Board number 1 has been sent to you. You will copy that as part of your syllabus. Board number 2 is we start the numericals. Copy this, please. You have 1 minute to copy this. If you have a question, you will raise your hand. You will ask me. No takalluf, my friends. I don't do takalluf. I'm like your friend. Okay? Aslan?
Yes,
Aslan?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, brilliant. Aslan, I'm a little elder than you. Let's take example that I'm 20 years old and you are say 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 year olds. So when I say ye karna hai, this is what you get to get it. You do it.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, sir.
Good.
सर ये एक दफा दोबारा समझा दें.
And this must be whom? Please take your name before you explain. Yes. Who's that?
Adil.
Adil. Adil what? Adil Zahid?
जी सर.
Adil, we got 2 Adils in our crew. Okay. Adil, this is a function. You take, I gave an example. Fx is given by 3x plus 4. I say, what's the value of f2? My question was, what's the value of f2? I plug in x ki jagah 2 and nothing else. 3 into 2 is 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. Khalas. So these are the related values. Related. Jab tumne, when you put 2 loads of sugar cane in the factory, you ended up with 10 packets of sugar. And Nike says, just do it. Hurry up. Come on. Nike says, just do it. Anita Bojani, are you with me, darling?
Yes, sir.
Amna Farhan, are you understanding?
Sir.
Aman Rehan, are you with me, darling?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
I understood the equation, but I didn't understand what is the related value. Is 10 the related value?
Related value means basically when Nadalia was 3 years old, she could eat 3 ice cream. So when Nadalia became 6 years old, she probably starts eating 5. And when Nadalia becomes 20 years old, she will have a liter of ice cream. So it's related values at the moment, at the time, and the amount of ice cream taken in. Okay?
Okay. Yes, understood.
Alizia, you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who was that? Alizia? Sounded like a lady. Okay.
Sorry, I thought you called out for me.
Abia, did you get it?
Sir, is it the same as direct proportion? Is it
No, ma'am.
something
No, it's not.
like
No,
that?
it's not. No, please don't confuse yourself, Abia. Please don't bring in stuff which you don't need to, Jali. मैं आपको चीज समझा रहा हूँ. Factory has a level of efficiency. They work according to a formula. That's it. That's all you need to worry about. And trust me, what I'm trying to say right now is very important. Function has an input and an output. That's it. That's all you need to know right now. Okay. Let's do another question. Let's take
Sir,
this.
I have a question about this one.
Yes, Adil.
No, sir, Palak.
Adil.
Yes, sir.
Disturb kar rahe ho beta. There's something in it. Yes, Palak. What's your question, Palak?
Right.
Sir, my question is, like, why didn't we take 2 to the other side and divide it by
Oh,
10?
that's just an example. I just took an example. Remember, I was.
No, sir, I'm asking, okay, there's f bracket 2 is equals to 10. So, like, why didn't we take 2 to the other side and divide it by 10?
I'm sorry, I don't understand, Palak. Palak, I'm trying to explain this out. We had 2 loads of sugar cane. We put it in a factory and we ended up with 10 packets of sugar. This was X, this is FX. They are different. They are different. Okay? Do you understand, everyone? They are different things. Input is different and output is different. I just gave you an example. 2 loads of maybe two 40 kg bags of sugar cane were put in the factory and we ended up with 10 kgs of sugar. 10 kgs of sugar. Okay, so this is just a related value. F2 is equal to 10. Remember, this is the first board. Now, let's go and do board number 3. Please put your pens down and concentrate here. Board number 3. Fx is still given as 3x plus 4. Find the value of F5. 5 3s are 15 plus 4. 5. 3 times of 5 plus 4. 3 5s of 5 is 15 plus 4 is 19 loads, 19 packets of sugar. So this means that if 5, again, go back to the factory, if you plug in 5 loads of sugar cane, you will end up with 19 packets of sugar. Now remember, first time we had put in 2 loads. We put in 2 loads and we ended up with 10 packets of sugar. So again, they are proportional but not directly proportional. As 2, you get 10, but when you put in 5, you get more. So that means if you increase the load, you increase the packets of sugar. Increase the packets of sugar. What I'm trying to say is that they follow an equation. They follow an equation. Copy this as board number 3. Board number 3. Copy this, please.
So, sir, the value for x was 5.
Yes.
From the beginning.
Okay. Yes, the right side is
like
x.
in the last equation, it was the x's value was 2. In this equation, x value is 5.
Brilliant. And it's, remember one thing, it's not just about x. It could be a function of p. It could be a function of bumblebee. It could be a function of anything. So what you understand now is that x is just a name given to an input. It could be a function of, I'll give you next board. In board number 4, I'll give you another example. Name it. Okay. Everybody's copied board number 2. Is there anybody who hasn't copied board number 2? Anybody hasn't copied board number 2? Okay. Anybody who hasn't copied board number 3, please copy board number 3. Because things are going to get complicated now. Yeah. It's not going to be so easy. Sometimes they trouble us. They trouble us. Okay? So board number 4 is going to tell you and spell out the trouble. Okay? Let's go to board number 4 now. The same function is being used and it goes vice versa. Okay? We're going to use the same example. Fx is given as 3x plus is equal to 28. Okay. So again, we're talking in our language first. Hang on, the calculations are the easy part. In output, you got 28 packets of packs of sugar. And they want to know what was your input. What was your input? Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Is everybody clear with this? It's an inverse ulta question. What? Not an inverse question. They're asking for the input when the output was 28. So what you're going to do, you're going to put 28 here instead of fx. You're going to put 28. And you need to find the value of x. You set this here. It becomes 28 minus 4 is equal to 3x. So 28 minus 4 is how much, guys? 24 is equal to 3x. Therefore, x is equal to 24. It's again multiplied and gets divided here. 3 ones are chan, 3 8s are 24. Congratulations. You put in 8 loads of sugar. Got the game? Got the game?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. Nike says just do it. This is board number 4. Board number 4 for today. Copy it.
Sir, Abdul Sami had an internet disruption. Can you let him in?
No, sir has let me in. Thanks, Taha.
Thank you, Taha. Abdul Sami is already in. I saw him. Yes, Taha. Thank you. Okay, guys. Now, everyone, let's concentrate on something really important right now. Please copy this. Once you've copied this, okay, just say, yeah, done. Okay, so I can go ahead. Okay, I'm going to go on to board number 5 now. And everybody better have your register with you. Do not use a calculator till you ask you to. Do not depend on calculators. Try to do the workings orally, okay? Done. Anab Kashif. Anab Kashif. Manur Hussain.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you okay, Manur?
I'm fine.
Okay. Very sad to hear about your Dadi. Okay. May Allah give her Jannat al-Firdaus. Jannat al-Firdaus. Okay. Aman Khan, are you with me? Anab Kashif, are you alive or are you sleeping? Anab Kashif, are you sleeping?
No, sir.
Anab Kashif, are you awake? Palak, are you with me? Suman, are you with me?
Yes, sir. I'm with you.
Suman, are you with me? Samir Mahar, are you with me, darling? Brilliant.
Yes, sir.
Now, what I'm going
Yes,
to
sir.
do, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to board number 5. Board number 5. Okay. Now, this is Anab Kashif's question. Anab Kashif, are you awake? Because you're sleeping in my class, Anab. I don't see you. I don't hear you. responding? Again, I think I should throw her out of my class. Anab, can you hear me? You can't do this, okay, Anab? Are you here? Okay, Ali bin Ashar, are you alive? Alicia, are you awake? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought,
Yes, sir.
what happened to this? I thought you guys are not, okay. Can you hear me? Everybody can hear me? See the board? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Over a class, mein lagta hai everybody's sleeping. It's a Wednesday afternoon and everybody's tired, huh? ऐसा लग रहा है सबने मजदूरी करके आए सब. Okay, let's wake up everybody. Okay, be a little interactive, please. Thank you. Anab Kashi ne abhi tak jawab nahi diya mujhe. I'm going to kill her tomorrow. Okay, everybody, fx is given as x divided by x plus 2. Please find the value of f2. First part, find the value of f2. And the second part says, first part says find the value of f2. And the second part says find the value of x if fx is equal to 1 divided by 5. This is a little more complicated. Let's try it. Okay. Find the value of x if fx is
Sir,
equal
can you
to
repeat the?
fx is given as x divided by x plus 2. Find the value of f2. So we find the value of f2. Put your pens down and okay, try it out right now, everybody. Try it out. Try it out. No problem if you can't do it. Try it out. No problem. Hani, are you there? Umme Hani, are you there? Umme Hani is not there. Oh my God. Shazeen Malik, are you there, beta? Samajh mein aa raha hai?
Yes, sir.
Shanze, are you there? Samajh mein aa raha hai? Shanze Majid. Shanze Majid. Xavier, are you there? Xavier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shamir, are you there? Naveed Ali, are you
Sir, the
alive?
value.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let's do it. Yeah.
Sir, Taha just messaged me to tell you that his light has gone out, so he can't attend the rest of the class. But he'll take the recording from Syllabus.
Oh, don't worry, Taha already knows this topic. I've done this topic before with Taha, you know that? He's a smart guy, huh? He's trying to run off. F2.
Sir, the value for x is 2.
Yeah, let me just find out. F2 nikal rahe, plug in the value of 2 in the equation. 2 divided by 2 plus 2. That's 2 divided by 4. And the answer is half. That was the first part of the question. The second part of the question says, find the value of x if the fx is equal to 1 over 5. So instead of fx, you put in 1 over 5 is equal to x over x plus 2. Myra disappeared as well. Why is Myra Mubeen disappearing? Assalamu alaikum, yaar. Yeah. Iman Athar? Okay, bol. अबे यार बेटा एक जनरेटर रख लो या यूपीएस रख लिया करो थोड़ी देर के लिए ना जान निकलो but I know चलो okay, no problem, take care. It's okay, I have the recording of this. Okay, so I'm recording this lecture. You can just ask Wes Qureshi Saab to give it to you. Okay, bye. So next part of the question says, if fx, I need to find the x. If fx is equal to 1 over 5, instead of fx, I put 1 over 5 is equal to x over x plus 2. Now x plus 2 is the denominator. I send it up. it becomes x plus 2 into 1. And the 5 I send up, it becomes 5 into x is 5x. So 1 into anything is the same thing. X plus 2 is equal to 5x. I send x on this side, it becomes 5x minus x is equal to 2. Now 5x minus x is 4x. 4x is equal to 2. X is equal to half. Brilliant. Very nice. So this means our student was who gave me the answer earlier? I think it was Nadania. Am I right, Nadania? Okay, so we got the value of x to be equal to 5. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I think people can hear me.
Sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
brilliant.
Yes, sir.
Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. This is board number 6. Board number 6? Board number 5?
Number 5.
Board number 5. Brilliant.
5. Yes.
Number 5. Now I'm going to teach you, the rest of the 15 minutes, I'm going to teach you something really tough. Okay, is everybody with me? This is what's going to come now is going to be tougher. Okay, till now you can easily get 2 to 3 marks in your exam. No problem. Okay, in a 5-mark question, your 3 marks are in your pocket. 3 marks are in your pocket. Okay, the type 3 question. There's another type. Type number, I did the first type. I'm going to type number 2 right now. The type 2 question. Is everybody done board number 5? Has everybody done board number 5? Can I go to board number 6, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, brilliant. And is everybody with me? Okay, I am going to go to board number 6 now. Board number 6 is type 2. Type TYPE2. It's not a simple question. It just says gx. It's another function. It's just, we can't just say function means f. No, it doesn't. It could be any function. F function is a friend function. G function could be a girl function. That's example. Gx is equal to c times of x plus 2. I'll give you an example. Find the value of c. Okay, they ask you to find the value of c if G4 is equal to 22. If G4 is equal to 22, they say find the value of C. Everyone, eyes on the board, put your pens down, put your pens down, PYPD. When you put your pens down, your brain is with me. I want your brain to be with me. G4 is a 24, 22. That means X will take the value of 4 in this function. C is the unknown, 2 is there, and the value of this G4 is 22. I plug in 22 here. 2 goes this side, 22 minus 2 is C times of, let's call it 4C. 20 is equal to 4C, C is equal to 5. Masla nishte. Masla nishte. Just do it. Come on, hurry up. Just do it. You light off kare. You light off kare. Yeah, wo aa raha. Shade aa raha. Oh, brilliant. Can you see it better now? Do
Yes,
this.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Board number 6. I want you to do board number 6. Hurry up. This is a 2-mark question in your paper 1. So no calculators. Anybody uses a calculator, I'll come and sit on you. And then you die. No calculators, okay? No one's supposed. Okay. Palak, the newcomers, Palak and Nadia.
Yes, sir.
Nadia, you're not supposed to, no one's supposed to use a calculator till I say, okay, use a calculator. In my classes, live classes, no one uses a calculator. Please push your brain to do non-calculator. Without let the brain work, okay? Ahmad Ilahi, you with me? Ahmad Ilahi, you better respond. Are you with me?
Ji, sir.
Amna Farah, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
अबिया बच्चा मेरे साथ हो? अबिया?
Yes, sir.
Myra Mubeen, are you there or are you
Sir, I didn't
sleeping?
understand the last.
Yeah, Natania.
Sir, I didn't
G.
understand the last step of the equation, the sum.
Okay, beta G4 is equal to 22. The Gora says G4 is equal to 22. I said, okay, that means the function takes the value of 22. Instead of Gx, we wrote 22. And X takes the value of 4. So instead of X, I plug in 4. I got C4 plus 2. I send the 2 on this side. If 22 minus 2 is how much? 20 is equal to 4 times of Carolina. Therefore, C is equal to 20 divided by 4. Is being multiplied, divide. 4 ones up, 4 fives up. Okay, Baba? C takes a value of 5. Okay, beta? Natalia?
Yes, sir, understood.
Good. That's board number 6. Let's go to board number 7. Okay, everybody finish this board yourself. Now, everybody, I'm going to board number 1 back again. And I want to tell you a surprise now. This board number 1 is going to become magical and is now going to become board number 7. But before I make it board number 7, I want you to understand something. If I was given sugar as an input and I put sugar back in a factory, could I get sugar cane out? I repeat my question, everyone. I repeat my question. I'm going to take you guys now and I'm going to start a video right now. And you're going to look at me, everyone. Okay, hi, this is me. Now you're going to pin this video. I'm pinning this out. Everyone, I have a factory. I put sugar cane inside. Can you see me now? Can everybody see me? Hello. Hi.
Yes, sir.
It's Inspire Education in my name. I put in sugar cane in my factory, and the output I get sugar. What if I change it? What if I put sugar back in my factory? Can I get sugar cane back again? No.
No, sir.
No, I can't.
No, sir.
Can anybody say I can get sugar back? I can get sugar cane back? No. Allah has not given us the ability to do that yet. Math says it's possible. That's what you need to understand. They say math is the mother of all subjects. If Allah can kill us, can He make us come back again? This is my belief, yes. And mathematically, it's possible. So now I'm going to teach you something new. Go back to the previous video. Go back to the previous where it says Mubeen Ismail. Okay? We are back to Mubeen Ismail. Can everybody hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Can you see the video as well?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Can you see the board? Aslan?
Yes, sir.
Aslan, can you see the board?
Yes,
Cool.
sir. I can.
I'm going to erase board number 1 and make it board number 7 now. And I am going to change the entire scenario and introduce all of you to board number 7. Board number 7 is called the inverse of functions. Woo! What does that mean? That means if I have the ability of creating an inverse function, an inverse factory, then I can plug in. I can plug-in. Can everybody see the board? Because I've lost my.
Yes, sir, we can see it.
Okay.
Yes, sir, I can see it.
Good. Now I can see what I'm teaching. Okay, this is much better. If I'm able to create, it's called the inverse factory. If I had the knowledge, I could have created an inverse factory. I would put in sugar as the input and get in the output, I could have got sugar cane. Allah can do that. I believe Allah can do that. If he puts sugar in the factory, he can get sugar cane out. And guess what? It can be mathematically calculated. Okay? So what we understand from board number 1, 2, 3, and 4, F2 is equal to, what was the value of F2? Remember our function fx was given as 3x plus 4. When I put in 2, I got 6 plus 4 is 10. Yes or no? Yes or no? That means
Yes, sir.
yeah, and I put F5 and I got 19. Yes or no? Yes or no? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Board number 8 says that if F2 is equal to 10, then F inverse of 10 will give us 2. It's the inverse factory. If x takes the value of 2, fx takes the value of 10. But now if you put in 10 packets of sugar, you get 2 loads of sugar cane. That's what the theory says. And that's what we can do. Look here, fx was given as, everybody now is going to concentrate, put everything down, forget mama, forget papa, forget ice creams, forget everything, just concentrate here. Fx was given as 3x plus 4. I want to create the inverse. Remember, the first step says let y is equal to fx. Okay. Step number 2 says now make x the subject. And step number 3 says finally replace x by f inverse of x and y by x. Whoa, sir, you've complicated life, haven't you, Mubeen? So Mubeen, you complicated life. Yes, beta. Inverse factory mazak thodi hai. Inverse factory is an inverse of a function. And there are 3 steps to that, which I'll make you do in 2 minutes time. Okay? I'll make you revise and copy this. But right now, board number 9 will tell you how to do it. Fx is given as 3x plus 4. Step number 1, let y is equal to fx. So what's the process? Let y is equal to fx. So instead of fx, I write down y. So it becomes y is equal to 3x plus 4. It becomes an equation. It becomes an equation with 2 variables. One is x and one is y. Correct? Step number 2 says, now make x the subject. Everybody, tum log kya kar rahe ho? You are trying to inverse a function. Abhi subject kaun hai? Subject is y. Inverse factory mein subject kya banana hai? X. You have to do the ulta. Right now, y was the subject. Now you have to make x the subject. Okay. Okay. Just hang in there, guys. Just hang in there. Okay. You're going to send 4 to this guy. Y. Mine is a plus 4. It goes to the other side. It becomes minus 4. And we have 3x. Okay. I'm just going to write it here. 3x. I'm going to write this entire thing here. Y minus 4. Anyone? Any problem? No. We want to make x the subject. X को अकेला करना है. Okay. So
वो नहीं उड़ जाती है हवा में.
coming. Okay. So if I want to make x the subject, I divide both equations by 3. I send x to the other side, divide by 3. Chun, x is equal to y minus 4 divided by 3. Congratulations. तुमने equation को उल्टा कर दिया है. You have inversed the equation. And then you remember step number 3. Finally, replace the x by the inverse. What? Look, initially you called fx y. So you're going to call x f inverse of x. X will now become f inverse of x. And because you've done the inverse function, it's a function of x. Can you write y minus 4 over 3 here? No, it's a function of x, not a function of y. So you go to step number 3, read further. And y also has to be replaced by x. So the y also has to be replaced by x. Congratulations. This had almost solved the question. The inverse factory was created here. And you just labeled it. X becomes f inverse of x, and the y becomes x. You have right now created an inverse factory. You have right now created an inverse factory. Okay, so everybody hold on to your pen.
We can't solve this further.
No, you don't need to right now. Nobody, please look at me, everyone. Do not do anything further. Go back to board number 7. Copy board number 7 first. Everyone, I'm giving you 1 minute to copy it. Copy board number 7. Then you will copy board number 8 and understand the three steps. And then you will start doing board number 9 and 10. Okay? Copy board number 7 first. It's going to be here. Thank you. Board number 7. First copy board number 7. What are we trying to do? We are trying to get an inverse. Inverse means उल्टा. हम लोग अगर शुगर डालेंगे तो हमारी शुगर की आ जाएगी. Have you copied? Is there anybody left who hasn't copied? Take your time. What you do in your own pen, nobody else can do for you. Anybody who hasn't copied board number 7, please say yes, I haven't. No, I haven't. Okay, board number 7 is down. Anybody wants more time? Board number 7, can you hear me, everyone? Aslan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can
Yes,
hear you.
sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm jumping from there to board number 8. Board number 8 says F2 is equal to 10. So F inverse of 10 must be equal to 2. We are doing, I'm telling you the theory right now. This is sugar cane. And this is sugar. This was sugar cane and this was sugar. Inverse function, you put the sugar inside and you get sugar cane. So the असर की नमाज का reminder था. Back to the question again. Okay, let's see if you guys can see the board properly. Yep, I think you're there. Okay, done. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So you have board number 8 with you. The three steps. Number 1, let y is equal to fx. Step number 2, now make x the subject. And step number 3, finally replace x by f inverse of x. Remember, there's a little bracket here, guys. A little bracket here. And y by x. So y becomes x and x becomes f inverse. Because you made y fx. So f x को क्या बनाओगे? F inverse x बनाओगे. और y को replace कर देना because it's a function of x. So you have to replace the y by x. It's a little confusing in the middle. When I was your age, I used to cry at this one. I said, what the hell, man? He wants me to go 4 steps forward and 3 steps back and then turn left and then right. What the hell? Yeah, that's how you do it. Nike says, just do it. You just have to practice this. We're going to practice a lot in the extra class on Friday or Saturday. I'll give you a practice session for functions on in next 48 hours. Okay? Done? Done. Have you everyone copied board number 8? Is there anybody who has
Yes, sir.
anybody who has not copied board number 8? Say I haven't. This is very important, okay? Like guys, this is very important. These are called the 3 steps to find the inverse. They call the 3 steps to find the inverse. Okay? Don't think too much. Start working on it. And now we go on to board number 9. This is the important one. First, fx was given as 3x plus 4. First step, then y is equal to fx. Y is equal to 3x plus 4. Now make x the subject. Y was the subject. X is here. I send the 4 on this side. It becomes y minus 4 is equal to 3x. Is equal to 3x. I wrote down 3x here. Again, I repeat myself. I wrote down 3x here. And y minus 4 on this side. And then I divide both sides by 3. Chan chan. So x becomes x is 4 divided by 3. Congratulations. You've done it. You made the math factory. Now just put the label on it. It's called the inverse factory. Step number 3 says, finally replace x by f inverse of x and y by x. Replace it. And this is your function. F inverse of x is x minus 4 over 3.
Sir, in the second step, you've written y minus 4 equals to 3x. How did you cancel 3x? Did you?
I didn't. I picked it up. I kept it here. I picked this up, kept it here first. The next step. Because x was being multiplied. Is this, who is this? Natanya. Natanya, meri baat suno beta. When x, 3 is being multiplied by x, when it goes to the other side, it gets divided. Okay? Let's take, for instance, 3x is equal to y minus 4. Okay? I divide by 3, I divide this by 3. That's a legal operation, an equation. Chan, chan, gone. It's like saying, oh, वहां भेज दो. Remember we say, oh, उसको वहां भेज दो, divide हो जाएगा. या multiply हो रहा है, वहां भेज दो, divide हो जाएगा. That's what you do. Okay, Natania?
Okay, sir.
Okay, cool. Natania, तुमने जून जुलाई में अगर आ जाती ना बेटा, अभी तुम्हारा बेस सही हो जाता सारा का सारा. It's okay. We still work on it. ठीक है? Algebra की बेस वीक है स्वीटी तुम्हारी. और भी बहुत सारे डिंग डोंग बैठे हैं जिनकी बेस वीक है. No problem. Now, everyone, the magic for today. Last 3 minutes. Last 3 minutes. Fx was given as 3x plus 4. 10. And when you put F5 here, what did you get? 19. Correct? This was the normal sugar factory. Okay? You put in the sugar cane. And you get 5 loads of sugar cane and you get 19 packs of sugar. Now you made the inverse factory. Your inverse factory says F inverse is equal to x minus 4 divided by 3. Everybody, eyes on the board. This is the normal sugar. What is the inverse factory? Inverse factory कहती है. Guys, if I put F2 is equal to 10, then F inverse of 10 should be equal to, let's find out. In the inverse function, everybody look here. In the inverse function, we plug in the value of 10. 10 minus 4 divided by 3. Now 10 minus 4 is a 6. Divide by 3. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. Congratulations. Does the inverse of 10 give you 2? If f of 2 gives you 10, then the inverse of 10 gives 2. If f of 2 gives you 10, then the inverse of 10 will give you, everybody with me, will give you 2.
2.
F, yeah, let's do it f inverse of 5. Let's do f inverse of 19. And we should get the answer 5. Put in 19 here. 19 minus 4 divided by 3. 19 minus 4 is a 15. Divide by 3. 3 ones are, 3 fives are. Answer is 5. Answer is 5. So the inverse factory is equal to 5. If f of 5 is 19, f inverse of 19 is 5. There are around 10 students who have left this group. We are going to take another attendance at 6 in 1 minute time. So if anybody is missing from this class, he's actually missing. Perhaps from 1 2 classes, you're in trouble. So f inverse of 19 is equal to 5. TBC. What does TBC means? Abhiya, what does TBC mean? To be continued. Thank you, Isran. Okay, so next class we continue from here. We start doing the questions, okay? Related to functions. Now, this is board number 10 and run through the lecture again. Everyone's copied board number 9, copy board number 10, and then you guys are off. And only the newcomers here, like Natania and those who have missed a few classes before, can sit here and ask me questions if they want to. I'm here available for the next 10 minutes. If anybody has any.
Sir, can you explain the
Any questions
the
after
inverse